Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Welcome to the Opening Kickoff, your favorite show to watch every single week before the week gets kicked off. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add to the intro. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. We both went 11-3 this week, putting my record at 116, 61, and 1. I'm almost double my wins as losses, so that would be cool to be at by the end of the year. You went 11-3 as well, 101, 76. Finally hit 100 wins, Maddox, and 1. You know what's funny? Like, both of our records, my record's significantly better than yours was last year.
Terrible.
No. Your record, Maddox, is better than mine was losing last year.
Oh, shout out.
So I'm just doing really good this year, I think.
And I have had a few pretty rough weeks, too, to be fair.
Yeah, you have had a few, like 7 and you did that when I had good weeks either way. But before we get into all the games, we both got Bills-Texans wrong.
Should have just
We both got
Texans,
our team's games wrong. Bucks, Rams, Vikings, Packers.
Yeah, I'm done with the whole, like, trying to have hope in my team shit. I'm just going to pick against us every week.
Eagles, Cowboys, I got wrong. And then Jaguars, Cardinals, you got to wrong.
Such bullshit, dude.
We can get into, but I hammered. I bet, which we can get into later. But let's go ahead and get into the first Thursday night game of the week. Bills, Texans, Josh Allen.
Kind of sacked 8 times.
Kind of ass, but like that D-line for the Texans, bro.
I think the Texans officially have the best defense in the league for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, I should have I know I picked the Texans and I said if Davis Mills starts again, I'm just going to pick the Bills. I should have just stuck with it, bro, because realistically, that offense all year hasn't looked that much better or hasn't looked different really at all.
Yeah.
If anything, it's looked better with Davis Mills in there, and he actually had a pretty good game through for a couple touchdowns. But
on the 4th and 27, did you think they were gonna win at that point?
Yeah, it's crazy as I fell asleep.
So. Oh, you didn't see it? I saw it live.
I ended up seeing the hook and ladder play.
Yeah.
No, I ended up seeing it, but I was asleep during like the live part of the game.
I was watching it live. I was like, oh shit!
No, I genuinely was trying so hard, and I just passed out during the game. But I did end up going and checking back on what happened. But yeah, bro, this might be honestly one of my hot takes for this season. Even with how good the Colts have been this year. The AFC South starting to get a little close. The Jags are only 1 game behind the Colts currently. I think the Texans could potentially win this division again.
What's
I think they could potentially win the division, not just make the playoffs.
6-5, so they're 2 wins
games behind the Colts, and they haven't played them once.
Dude, that defense is scary.
I mean, Daniel Jones has had a few games this year.
He has had a few games, but like I felt like against who's the Chiefs defensive coordinator that everybody Spags. I mean, Daniel Jones
he looked pretty bad. Like.
First half, he looked good, and they adjusted pretty well. But you have to also, they shut down Jonathan Taylor.
But that's the thing. They were like, hey, you're not going to beat us with Jonathan Taylor. And what happened? They weren't able to win the game. So if the Texans do something similar, and I also don't, we can talk more about that game later because I'm about to go on a tangent. But yeah, Josh Allen getting sacked 8 times is nuts. I think that's the most he's ever been sacked in one game.
Yep.
I heard something that they had like 20-something pressures during the game, which is just nuts. There was like 5 people on the team that had a sack. That defense is crazy. I can't remember the Texans DC off the top of my head, but D'Amico Ryans handed the play calling over to him, and he's been cooking, so that's pretty good to see.
Perfect. Next game of the week.
That guy might be a head coach next year, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably. The next game we got ran down is the game we were just talking about, Colts, Chiefs. Yeah, Daniel Jones had a great first half, but they shut Jonathan Taylor the fuck down. 16 carries, 58
This
yards.
is what really pissed me off about this game. They were up 20-9 at a certain point. Daniel Jones couldn't get the ball moving. I was going to say something. It's whatever. And you go 3 and out in your last 3 drives in the first 4 quarters. Sorry, in your last 3 drives before overtime, you went 3 and out, and then you win the coin toss in overtime and choose to receive after your offense literally hasn't been doing anything, and you're giving the ball to you're choosing to get the ball, and then you punt the ball to Mahomes in overtime,
where he just has to get a field goal.
Yeah, like literally so brain dead. I can almost.
So what's your thing? Do you kick it in overtime? That's what you do?
I think you should kick it regardless, but especially when your offense hasn't done anything 3 drives in a row, 3 straight 3 and outs.
And Mahomes has getting the momentum.
Exactly. So give the Chiefs the ball. If they go score, at least you know what you need to do. But instead, you just send your offense out there. They go 3 and out again. And
but
you
also
punt the ball.
Thing
That's
about punting it is if they don't get that, I'm like sneezing right now. They don't get the first down, it's an automatic win for
I'm
the
not
Chiefs.
saying they should have necessarily went for it, but I'm saying if you don't choose to receive the ball in overtime, then if you get the ball after the Chiefs score, at least you know you have to go for it. It's 4 down territory every time.
Yeah, but what if
I think if you're playing against the Chiefs, it should be 4 down territory every time anyways. It was like 4th and 3.
But what if the Chiefs score a touchdown in 7 minutes and then you only get 3?
I'd rather have 3 minutes to
but you know you have to get a touchdown.
And I know I have to get a touchdown than punting the ball to the Chiefs in overtime. That's just stupid. Like,
I get honestly your points you're making are really good. But yeah, do you think the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs?
I think all they need is a wild card spot, and I think they'll find one. Even if it's a 7 seed.
Who do they play this week? Do they have a tough game this week?
They play the Cowboys this
That's
week.
tough. That's
so it will
decently
be kind of a tough game. But yeah, the Colts really angered me in this game, to be honest. But yeah, the Chiefs basically said, you're going to beat us with Daniel Jones, you're not going to beat us. And Daniel Jones just wasn't able to get it done.
And Mahomes won that shit. I mean, Rashee Rice had some great plays, but most of those were just man coverage beaters.
I also lost my fantasy game because a Travis Kelce touchdown got called back because of face mask. That literally didn't even happen. So that was pretty
that
cool.
was bullshit.
You know, apparently you can challenge face mask calls too now. So Andy Reid
I did see that.
sold there. I don't know why.
He did kind of sell there.
And sold my fantasy win. So fuck you.
And Andy Reid knows that. Like Andy Reid's a stud with the rules. Like he knows that. Next game we have written down was a game that almost became a game. Seahawks Titans. Yeah. Ended up being 30-24. Sam Darnold, I mean, has still balling out. It is garbage time.
And Sam Darnold did not throw a pick this game, which is he's been struggling with.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 167 yards, 2 tuds. Officially, probably the best. Is he the best receiver in the NFL?
This season so far, yes, for sure. But he only needs to average like 115 yards the rest of the season to get to 2,000.
Really?
Which I mean, he's crushed that the last few games. Like it could very well happen. And to pass Megatron, he needs like a little bit less than that. And
I want him to do it in 16 games.
Well, no. So I heard somebody talking about that, and they were like, "Yes, he's gonna have an extra game, but he's supposed to. He's on pace to have 40 less targets than Megatron had whenever he broke that record." So I feel like.
I think that's a good argument.
I also hate the whole asterisk bullshit that people try to say, like with the new 17-game seasons, because if that's the case, every time somebody breaks a record, there's going to be an asterisk. Because also, it used to be a 12-game season, then it was a 16-game season, now it's a 17. There's been talks about making it an 18-game season.
Yeah, whoever broke that record before probably broke it from somebody with this shorter season. If we start putting asterisks on players'
records, and every time somebody sets a record, there's just going to be an asterisk. If anything, let's just put positive asterisks on the people that did it in less games. Like, hey, they did it in this many games, instead of trying to take it away from all the people who
like the most receiving yards in a season it goes to Jackson Smith and Jiggle, but the most receiving yards per game in a season is a different record. See, that's what it should be, like most per game versus in a season. Like you can look at it like that. But yeah, I mean,
want him to get 2K so bad though. That'd be so sick.
I know that would be so sick, dude. Top 5 receivers in the league is pretty undisputed now. You got the number 1, number 2, Jettas and Chase. You got Puka.
Jettas hasn't been playing like it this year, but you know he's still top 7 in receiving yards with how bad our quarterback is.
And Jettas is playing pretty mid too. Yeah. And then Puka, obviously, I think Puka's undisputedly
Puka,
probably
JSN
3. JSN and
maybe like a Monra.
There was another one I want to put in there. It might be George Pickens right now. I mean,
honestly,
it might be George Pickens.
If we're just counting this season, George Pickens is probably higher than number 5. I mean,
I know, but you have to put him in the top 5 with how he's playing this year.
For sure. This season, I honestly kind of.
And then you have to give it to the other 3. Like CeeDee Lamb's having a pretty good year, so maybe he could.
Yeah, I don't know. CeeDee Lamb had 3 drops that also lost me in my fantasy game. So fuck.
Yeah, Monroe had a crucial drop that almost lost in that game. That pick one.
Yeah. By the way, another player on my fantasy team that if either of them just catch any of those balls, I win in fantasy. So
really,
Travis Kelce touchdown called back.
How many did you lose by?
Or not if they catch one of those balls, but so I lost by 4 points. Travis Kelce touchdown called back because of a flag that didn't happen. CeeDee Lamb drops 3 balls, including a pass in the end zone. And I have Mahomes as my quarterback, so that was double points that got taken away from me. A bunch of bullshit. And Puka didn't even get as many points as he could have because the team they were playing was playing so shitty that he just didn't touch the ball in the fourth quarter. So that was pretty cool.
Speaking of your and shitty, next game we have written down is Vikings-Packers. Which I'm rocking the Packers jersey.
Yeah, I'm not even.
We're not gonna make shorts out of either our videos this week. So if anybody's curious about that, it's just because we're mad and we don't.
We're depressed. I have my Viking jersey on under here. I'm not even whipping it out because this team doesn't deserve my support right now.
So JJ McCarthy, 12-19, 87 yards, 2 INTs.
Yeah, sacked 5 times as well.
You know what's really bad though? I mean, Jay Jettis has half of his receiving yards.
No, I really just stopped paying attention to this game after the first half because it was just. Emmanuel Wilson ran all over us. Offense literally couldn't do anything. We had another special teams turnover. Like I said, JJ got sacked 5 times. Jordan Love was playing pretty good. I mean, our defense didn't put up the worst performance, but it literally doesn't matter when your offense just can't move the ball. The one thing I will say, and I'm going to say this every week, I'm not giving up on JJ. I refuse to do so.
Fuck yeah.
I refuse to do so.
Fuck no. Fuck yeah. But, I mean, fuck no, don't get rid of JJ.
But
don't get rid.
Max Brosmer is projected to start as of right now. JJ is in concussion protocol. If he doesn't pass, then he's going to start against Seattle. And like I told you, I have this weird gut feeling that Brosmer is going to be our Brock Purdy, which would be a good thing, obviously, but also that would make me sad because I do really like JJ. But, the state of Minnesota loves Max Brosmer. I mean, he showed a lot of promise in the preseason. If he comes out and wins against Seattle, there will be some deciphering to do in my head. But that's for next week. But
have you seen the meme of Cynthia Erivo doing
No.
It's the girl from Wicked. Have you seen her and Ariana always do the weird shit? You haven't seen any of those memes?
One?
Yeah.
I haven't.
There's a meme where she's going like this when somebody asks her a question, and that's what just It reminded me of. Sorry, next game. You're not.
The Vikings fans out there giving up on JJ and talking shit. I'm gonna remember every single one of you whenever we got 12 wins next season and are in the playoffs. One thing I will have.
Who looked worse than JJ as a rookie?
Who? I sent you the stat comparison between him and Josh Allen their rookie year.
Yeah, or a guy who wasn't on y'all's roster last year as a rookie who got given up on, who ended up having a great career somewhere else. Sam Darnold had a significantly worse rookie season.
Yeah, I think the only reason
better rosters.
Yeah, like those arguments are kind of hard to justify. Even the Josh Allen one that I sent you, because like J.J. McCarthy is a great play caller. He has really good weapons. Our offensive line, when it's healthy, is pretty good. We have a really good defense.
You say that J.J. McCarthy was a 10th overall pick, though. So, I mean,
that's pretty damn high. I mean, I know it's not number 1, but he was a 10th overall.
No, that's what I'm saying. He didn't go to that. I mean, you're saying if the roster is stacked, y'all had a good year the next year, but could that, like, also, y'all were the 10th pick, had a good year, and then maybe you'll have a bad year this year. Is the roster as... I
think it is. I think JJ's been, like, he's
just the fault.
Been a big part of the problem this year. And whenever it wasn't him, it was Carson Wentz, you know? We just haven't had good quarterback play all season. You can have all the weapons if you don't have somebody who can orchestrate the offense. Like, it kind of makes it hard.
Yeah, if J.J. McCarthy can't throw for 100 yards, I might not be able to throw for 100 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
Next game, Jets-Ravens. I honestly did not watch this game too much, except, the brief highlights. The Ravens are dog shit. The Jets are dog shit. It's cool to see the Ravens, stacking some late games. Them and the Chiefs now are both 6-5.
With, like, when you're playing a team like the Jets, like, there's no reason it should have been as close as it was. Like,
I mean, Lamar's not looking like Lamar.
Well, he's not healthy, bro. He's had 3 new injuries, 3 straight weeks, like 3 minor injuries that he's able to play on. Yeah. He's had 3 different injuries 3 weeks in a row, which
just sucks, bro.
And their play calling's really starting to piss me off, bro. When you're on the goal line, give the ball to Derrick Henry. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, there was a lot of problem with that this week, which we can get into in a later game. Let's just go ahead and go on that game because we didn't watch this too much. Because the next game I have written down was the most fun game of the week. If you had any of these guys on your fantasy team, you probably won this week. Giants versus Lions.
Wow.
You saw that Jameis Winston play live?
Yeah, I saw it live. Honestly, coolest play of the season. Easily.
Insane.
I liked him in the post-game interview being like, I can play tight end if I need to. Like, I'll do whatever I need for this team to succeed. I'm an athlete. So tough, bro. It should be required for Jameis Winston to start a couple games every season.
Exactly. No, somebody said, like, whatever team, bro, is ass, Jameis Winston should just go play for him.
I mean, and honestly, like
send him to the Jets. Bro, let him go play for the Jets.
He's kind of good, too. Like,
he is kind of good.
Dude, this was just such an entertaining game. Jahmyr Gibbs, 55 fantasy points, like 230 scrimmage yards.
And he had like 10, 11 receptions, too.
Yeah, 230 scrimmage yards, 3 touchdowns. Just insane, bro.
I know. I imagine I wish I had him on my fantasy team.
I will say the Lions going to OT with the Giants is a little concerning.
It's a little scary, but I think it is confident because they had like their legacy Jameis Winston game. Yeah. They pulled off a win, and the Lions.
And they put overtime to bed pretty quick. I mean, literally on the first play
they put it to
overtime.
bed quick, and the Lions got it done when they needed to, not playing their best, right? So I think it's kind of like that. It reminds me of the Texans win last year they had, where it's like this is a really bad win, but it's kind of a good win because the deficit was good because they were down like 10 at a point. But I asked ChatGPT. Like, what are the odds of a quarterback catching a pass on the 20-yard line, defended by a defender, breaking the tackle, and scoring? And it was, like, less than 1%.
Shout out.
So, like,
that shit was so sick, bro.
And
the pocket movement from I can't remember the guy's name who threw the pass.
Andy something or
the pocket movement, honestly, collapsing pocket, contested ball that probably shouldn't have been thrown. Just honestly so beautiful. Best play of the season easily.
Gunnar no, that wasn't. Was that him?
It might have been Gunnar. I don't know.
Yeah, Gunnar Olszewski was him. 1 for 1. Dude, that's his QB yards 1 for 1, 33 yards, 1 touchdown. If he can never throw a pass again, that would be nice. Another really fun game of the week. This was a pretty good win for Caleb Williams had an early turnover. Sorry, spoilers, Steelers, Bears. Caleb Williams had that early turnover. There was another early fumble, and then they were able to come back and play some damn good offense against a Steelers defense has been playing mediocre, but still a good defense on paper.
Yeah, and I mean, bro, the Bears' defense is so injured right now. They're on to, their 4th-string linebacker. Their starting 2 corners are still out.
But that dude's a stud. Who's that corner, bro? That guy for the fucking Bears is insane right now.
But with the injuries they've been going through, I don't expect anything less from their defense or anything more from their defense. They had a pretty bad performance against Mason Rudolph.
Nahshon Wright.
Oh, yeah, he's top 5 in interceptions this year so
I think
far.
He's number 2 now.
But, great performance from the offense. Ben Johnson's definitely the guy up there in Chicago. I don't think the Bears finish on top of the division with them having to, play the Lions, play the Bears. Play the Lions, play the Packers. I don't think they'll end up finishing on top of the division, but they'll be in the playoffs, and their defense is going to be healthier by the time they're there. So they're definitely going to be a scary team to go against in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if the Steelers are going to be able to make it in, if they're going to end up not making the playoffs.
I told you they were frauds 4 weeks ago, and I was right.
Next game.
I might not get all the games right, but I can call it fraud when I see one.
All right, speaking of frauds, is Drake May a fraud? Bengals versus Patriots.
Drake May is definitely not a fraud, but the Bengals defense did play better than they should have. They had a pick 6 on Drake May. This game should not have been as close as it was. We've seen the Bengals defense consistently let up infinity points all year long, and this game was close for way too long. Travion Henderson didn't do as much as I would have liked to see. No Jamar Chase, so if Jamar Chase is in this game, we might be talking about a different game here, to be honest.
If Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow's coming back to an 8-loss team, bro. That's crazy.
I know. There's really no point in him coming back, but
he's won 6 in a row.
He's gonna want to come back, even if he does. I mean, they went 9-8 last year after how they started, and they missed the playoffs too. Like, it's really not gonna change anything, and they're not gonna win 6 in a row regardless. They're gonna lose to the Ravens this week.
All right, next game. Shador Sanders beats the Raiders. Really, really cool to see. You know, you were less high on Shador than I was. I had Shador ranked as the #1 quarterback in the class, honestly, which I don't think is obviously. I think Jackson Dart was clearly #1, which you were probably right about.
I think Cam Ward's still #1, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I think, bro, he's on the Titans. Like, it'll take some time, but he'll get there.
Maybe, but I just think Jackson Dart has looked incredible so far. Yeah. Man, Shador looked solid, especially with the coach system that does not like him, a coaching play system that's not adapting to him. It was pretty cool to see.
I'll say solid might be a little bit of a stretch. I think he played okay. I think he played better than we've seen a single quarterback for the Browns play all season.
For a 5th-round rookie.
Isn't he the first rookie quarterback to win a Browns start in like 30 years or something like that? And I will say, the main thing I was looking for was for him to show flashes. And, bro, that throw he made, not just from the Browns, that might have been the best throw I've seen all season. Like, that was actually an insane throw from Shador. Myles Garrett reaction kind of said it all. I don't see how you don't start Shador the rest of the season after like the promise he showed and how much the fans love him
and the team loves him too.
Exactly.
Like, it's rare to see. It's like the Tommy DeVito. Remember, like the Giants didn't have much, but they went with Tommy DeVito because he had the locker room. Like, at some point, you got to go with the locker room guy.
This is the best quarterback play we've seen from them all
especially
season
when it's 2 rookies. It's not like you have some vet who you have a lot of money to. Why are you going?
And he got announced as a starter against next week, and Dylan Gabriel cleared concussion protocol, so they're rolling with Shador for a week. I'd like to see him ball out again. I mean, they're probably going to lose if we're being realistic, but who do they play again next week? Let me check while you talk about the next game.
Perfect. Well, yeah, Geno's ass. Chip Kelly got fired. I know you love to see that, and then that's all. But I know
they play the Niners this week, so they are probably going to
lose.
Shout out Chip Kelly. Finally got
so
fired.
This is
about fucking time, dude. Go back to college. You do not. You know he's the highest paid OC in the league, by the way. Chip Kelly.
He was?
Yeah, holy robbery, bro.
That is crazy. Next game, your pissed off game of the week. Jaguars, Cardinals. So what's funny is I bet $50 on the Jaguars to win, and then I had a few other bets, and I cashed out on my bets while they were kind of up, and I hammered while they were losing like $80 to win 180, and I won. So that shit was tough.
Yeah, I'm happy you won your bet, but this was fucking bullshit, dude. The Cardinals, bro. So their kicker, first off, missed his first kick within 50 all season, which would have made it a tie game, potentially going to overtime.
That was awesome.
Bullshit. They won the turnover battle by 4. Lost the game. Jacoby Brissett threw for 300 yards again with no run game. I really don't know how the Cardinals lost this game. There's really no reason they should have, and I feel like I perfectly sniped how this game was going to go, and I just feel like I've been robbed. That's how I feel. But the Jags are frauds. I've been saying that all year, too. I'm not going to fall for it. Even if they're in the playoffs, they're first-round exits for sure.
Unless they play the Chargers.
Yeah, unless they play the Chargers. But Jags are frauds, bro. They're the biggest frauds, honestly. Biggest frauds of the year.
Biggest frauds. All right, next game. Eagles-Cowboys, 21-point comeback. I knew a bunch of people at this game, so I bet that was a lot of fun.
I'm glad that this game didn't fuck me, too, because that would have really sucked. But, yeah, I picked Dallas.
If anything, I got fucked from this game.
No, the Eagles are just ass. Blowing a 21-point lead isn't getting fucked. The Cowboys not kicking their field goal on the goal line to go up by 3 and then almost letting the Eagles win it, that would have been getting fucked. But they ended up making it work. Huge play on special teams to knock out the fumble. And the gunner picked it up, which is pretty sick.
That is cool.
And then Brandon Aubrey hits the field goal to win the game. The Eagles' offense has been sketchy all year, and they started off hot this game. And this was tied for the biggest comeback in Cowboys history, 21-0. Dude, what is their play caller's name? It's like Tui.
I honestly don't know.
The Eagles OC, you keep talking. His name's kind of weird, so I'm not going to remember it off the top of my head. But, bro, he needs to be fired ASAP. Kevin Patullo. bro, fire him ASAP because this has been a problem all season. You have so much firepower on offense, and it just continues to look like shit. And the defense has been great this season. I mean,
it is funny
they had
that
a rough second half, but the Cowboys' offense is damn good.
It is funny that the A.J. Brown finally has a good game and the Eagles lose.
Yeah, and it was against me in fantasy, so shout out.
That's so funny.
This is just a great week for me in fantasy. A.J. Brown sucks all year. He plays against me in fantasy. He's God. So.
Yeah, well, I got eliminated from playoffs, so that's worse. Kirk Cousins' legacy game against the Saints. Falcons take down the New Orleans Saints 24-10. Pretty boring game. Tyler Show did show a few decent signs. He runs the ball way too much, though. Like, I don't know if he's doing, like, some of these design plays. Tyler Show is not a guy. And even Drew Brees said something. He's like, this guy kind of gives me Ben Roethlisberger vibes, and I wish he would, like, kind of stand in the pocket some more. Like, and when he said that, I was like, Tyler Show should, like, kind of play like Ben Roethlisberger. He doesn't need to be doing all this.
I'm a fan of Tyler Shuck, bro. I like him.
What do you think about the Ben Roethlisberger comparison?
No, I think that's pretty good. I don't think he's gonna be like the starter there for a long time, but I was a fan of him coming out of the draft. I think he's in a not very good situation, honestly. But I would like to see him get another year as a starter, personally, like with some more weapons. I don't think it'll be the case because they'll either draft one or, like, my prediction since the beginning of the year was that Kyler's going to be there next season. Yeah. But, if we got to see him again next year with another year with Kellen Moore with some more weapons potentially, I would actually really like to see that. But probably not going to be the case. But shout out Kirk Cousins, bro. Good game from him. No Drake London. I mean, this game was pretty boring. I didn't really watch this game. But I think, what's his name? Blake Groupie. I think he finally got cut, and the Saints held a tryout for Justin Tucker. So you're a pretty bad kicker when they're trying to replace you with the Deshaun Watson of kickers.
Yeah, for sure. Next game I got written down is Teddy Bridgewater is our leading passer. That's crazy. Buccaneers Rams. We're not gonna even discuss this that much. I think I'm just gonna make a few points, and you can make a few points. I'm just gonna say Sean McVay is one of the best offensive minds we've ever seen in the NFL.
He's and especially the best coach in the league right now.
Best coach in the league right now. Offensive guy went against a so-called defensive guy and just punched him in the fucking teeth. Like literally, it was embarrassing how our defense looked. Our quarterback got hurt and is, doing too much after throwing a pass to somebody's hand and it's getting a pick six.
I texted you about it, but you didn't respond, which I get. What was your thought whenever y'all went for it on your own territory before the second half? In the second quarter, literally dumb. So stupid.
Yeah, dumb. You're just reaching. You're reaching early on.
Yeah,
the Cowboys weren't doing that shit.
I was on 35-yard line.
Yeah, I agree.
And all y'all did was give the Rams an easy field goal going into half, just stupid.
Exactly. I mean, I don't think we did anything right. I think, honestly, it's so sad that our offense is so trash right now, and it's so hurt, and our defense is so ass that Baker is having to, on third down, truck motherfuckers when we're down 21 to give us a chance and hurt and fucking sprain his shoulder, bro.
And also, it's just, y'all's defense has been mostly healthy most of the year, and they've been,
we were missing 2 starting corners, so, I get the...
I'm saying mostly.
The excuse you can use is we're going against Devontae and Puka, and we don't have have 2 corners.
Yeah, I'm not even just talking about this game though. I'm talking about the entire season. Yeah. The entire season.
Since the bye week, we averaged 380 yards of offense on us.
Yeah, so the offense has been super injured all year. No Bucky, one of the better running backs in the league. No Mike Evans. Y'all got Chris Godwin back, but he hasn't been here most of the season. Egbuka was y'all's receiver 1, who wasn't even really supposed to be a starter at all this season. And the offense was what was carrying the team, especially Baker, with a defensive-minded head coach, with a healthy defense. It actually blows my mind that he still has a job. Blows my mind. Baker has literally been keeping him employed for 3 years straight now.
Yeah, let's move on. My blood's boiled.
All right.
Panthers, 49ers, shout out. Fucking 49ers, -7.5. That shit locked.
Oh, yeah. Brock Purdy, 3 interceptions in the first half. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, and then the obvious, both of them throwing picks in the red zone. Yeah, so
kind
stupid.
Of a mid-off. You see Mike Jackson going up to the camera? He's the guy who dropped the one in Green Bay. He's y'all remember when I dropped that one in Green Bay? Get back or whatever.
That's so funny.
That play to Tedero McMillan in the end zone was pretty sick. Good throw from Bryce Young. I'm honestly me, I'm not a big fan of Bryce, but I'm not going to sit here and
that wasn't Bryce. It was against 49ers.
Dude, Robert Saleh is just such a good defensive coach.
Bryce Young didn't look terrible. He just got out-coached and out.
And also, this was just another game where Rico Dowdle did not touch the ball enough. I feel like it's kind of unexcusable at this point to not let Rico Dowdle touch the ball 20 times. Every time he does, they seem to win the game.
No, and you see one of their first opening drives that half. Their 2 big opening plays are 2 pitches to Rico Dowdle. And
it's why is he not touching the ball 100 more times?
I wonder how much of it goes to that they paid Chuba Hubbard to bag.
Maybe, but it's not even they're feeding Chuba Hubbard instead. They're just
you have to pay Chuba Hubbard no matter what. You might as well win the game.
That's what I'm saying. You're not able to unpay him.
Yeah, true. All right, games of the week. So we got 3 Thursday games starting off. First Thursday Thanksgiving game I got written down as Packers-Lions.
Yep, we're rocking the jerseys for Packers-Lions. I went with Detroit. This game's in Detroit. I think the Packers in important games against good teams this year, like against Philly, and there's another one on the top of my head that I can't really remember right now.
The Rams.
Did they play? Packers played the Rams this year?
I'm
But I feel like their offense just hasn't shown up in those games. And I feel like the Lions offense is just too dangerous to do that. I don't think that the Lions are going to let them get away with what happened week 1.
And the Lions are pissed too right now.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to rock with the Lions on Thanksgiving. I could see it being close. It's probably going to be kind of a low-scoring game.
Yeah.
But I think the Lions just have too much firepower in offense that the Packers just won't be able to keep up because they've just been moving too slow recently.
Yeah, I got the Lions as well. Next game, Chiefs-Cowboys. Who'd you go with?
I did go with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I think this will be actually a pretty good game. I wouldn't be shocked if Dallas wins. I just think these teams both need to win to keep playoff hopes alive. And I just think if the NFL is scripted at 1%, the Chiefs win this game. The Chiefs are going to be in the playoffs somehow. And this is just something they have to go through the Cowboys to do it. So I think the Chiefs win.
All right. Our first disagreement, because we talked about this just a little bit earlier. Spoiled.
Wait, you picked the Chiefs too?
Oh, no, I picked the Chiefs as well. Sorry.
Okay.
Bengals-Ravens is my next game. I'm going with Joe Burrow if he plays, but if not, I'm going to go with Lamar. But I think Joe Burrow's going to shake up this division a little bit.
Yeah, I could see it. I did think about taking the Bengals, but I'm not going to sit here and watch this fluke defensive performance against the Patriots. And I'm not going to forget how ass this defense is. I never will.
So funny.
And, yeah, Lamar's been struggling, but this offense has the potential to score 40 points on the Bengals. They scored 40 points on the Bills week 1. I just don't think even though the Ravens defense has sucked this year, they have a lot more actual talent on the defensive side of the ball than the Bengals do. This will likely be a shootout, just like every Bengals game and Ravens game has been this year. We got two pretty shitty defenses going at it with two of the best quarterbacks in the league potentially. So I'm just going to go with the Ravens. I think the Bengals are pretty much out of playoff hopes. Even if they win out, I don't even think they necessarily make it, and the Ravens want the division, so I think they're going to take it at home.
Fun. All right, Friday night game. Or I think it's Friday afternoon game.
I don't know, but I'm glad we got a Friday game. I love when we get a Friday game.
love a Friday game. Oh, we can watch that on the road, too.
Oh, we can watch that on the road. That's going to be fire.
Bears-Eagles.
I went with the Eagles only because of how injured the Bears' defense is right now. Because I just think this is just going to be such a shitty game because the Eagles' offense has been ass, like we talked about. I don't even care how injured the Bears' defense is. The Eagles are still not going to score much. But that Eagles' defense is so good, bro. They're going to get after Caleb. Yeah. They're going to lock down the receivers. They're going to win the game 10-7.
And I think the Eagles are kind of due for a win. I think the Bears are due for a loss.
It's going to be literally 10-7 or some dumb shit. If the Bears can get the offense going at all, I think they win the game, though.
All right, let's get into the Sunday slates. First game I've written down, Saints versus Dolphins.
I went with the Dolphins. I did think on it for a second, but Dolphins coming off a bye week, I think they could beat the Saints, especially after the performance they put up against the Falcons last week.
Yeah, the Saints are ass, bro. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins, it wouldn't shock me if they fucking lose this, but it also wouldn't shock me if they win by
I could
12.
see the opposite of what we've gotten used to, where the Dolphins start off hot and just shit the bed, and they shit the bed all the beginning of the season. They just go on a huge winning streak and fight for playoff hopes at the end.
That'd be kind of cool to see.
But yeah, I got the Dolphins.
Next game I've written down is Texans versus Colts. I'm very curious on what you picked on this one.
I took the Texans, man.
Okay.
I think.
Is CJ Stroud playing? Or does that not matter for you?
I'm learning my lesson. Even if he doesn't play, I'm sticking with the Texans. But I think he's supposed to play. Even if he doesn't, I'm sticking with the Texans, and here's why. The Colts remind me of the Vikings from last year, where they were hot until they needed to be. We were hot all season, but we couldn't stay hot against Detroit. We were hot all season. We couldn't stay hot against LA, and then we couldn't stay hot for the playoffs. I think the Colts are going to be similar, and I think this Texans defense is going to get after Daniel Jones. They just sacked Josh Allen 8 times. I don't even want to picture what they're going to do to Daniel Jones. He's going to be bleeding from his mouth again. And I think if it's similar to the Chiefs, if they are able to stop Jonathan Taylor and make them beat them through the air, I don't think they'll be able to do that either. And even with the addition of Sauce Gardner, the Colts secondary hasn't been great so far this season. I feel like Mahomes was kind of able to do whatever he wanted to in the fourth quarter of that game. The Texans' offense is going to be slow, but I don't think Daniel Jones has it in him to go up against this defense. I think we get a Daniel Jones disaster class this game.
All right. You got the division shaking up. I think the Colts kind of secured the division this week, and I got the Colts winning.
I think this division is going to get real weird after this week.
If you have the Jaguars losing, Jaguars play the Titans, though. So
but if the Jags win and the Colts lose, they're tied, and then the Texans will be one game behind.
That's fun. All right, Falcons, Jets. You got the Falcons, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I have the Falcons.
Jets suck.
But the Falcons are also just so weird this year. Like, I don't even care to, like, think about this game. If the Jets win, I wouldn't even be surprised anymore. But
All right, 49ers, Browns. You went 49ers. I kind of want to go Shador, but
yeah, I went with the 49ers, bro. Shador's second start, I mean,
against Robert Saleh.
Against Robert Saleh, it's just not going to happen.
I would not be shocked if they win, though.
I wouldn't be shocked if they win from their defense with how Brock Purdy played against the Panthers.
Yeah, dude.
I wouldn't be shocked if their defense came up big time, but
Yeah,
also, I really don't like the Niners secondary right now, and that defense is still injured. Let's not forget that. But Shador, I just don't think he's going to be able to get it done against.
You have faith that Myles Garrett can get the all-time sack record?
Bro, he's at
Not
18.
the all-time. He's at 18 already?
He's at 18 already. He's going to get the all-time sack record.
Not the all-time, the single season, because the record's 21 and a half or 22.
Yeah, I think it's 21 and a half.
He needs
he's
4
gonna
more.
smash it. He's had multiple, like, 3+ sack games this year. He just needs, like, if he literally gets 5 sacks this game, he already has it. If he gets 4 sacks this game, he has it.
Dude, imagine if he gets, like, 28 sacks or something
Like
crazy.
30. It'd be like some Madden franchise bullshit.
That would be cool. Rams, Panthers, is this a fucking domination?
I wouldn't necessarily say a domination, but yeah, the Rams are going to win it.
Yeah, fuck the Panthers. Jaguars, I like how I'm fucked the Panthers now. I was the biggest Panthers advocate. Now that they're close for the division, I hate them.
Yeah.
Jaguars, Titans is another.
Yeah, I got the Jags. But honestly, if the Titans win, dude, I would love that.
So Cardinals, Buccaneers. So I know you're kind of with the Baker thing. Are you? Is it depending on Baker?
If Baker doesn't play, I'm taking the Cardinals. But
Okay.
if Baker plays, I'll go with the Bucks. Are you going with the Bucks regardless?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks regardless.
You
I mean,
gotta put
I'm
the
not going to
delusion to
pick
the
the
side.
Cardinals. Do I have faith in Todd Bowles without Baker Mayfield? I don't know. Did you pick your team?
No.
All right, I went to Seahawks.
I will
as
say
well.
the Vikings plus 11.5 might be free money.
Fuck no,
Bro,
dude.
our defense is good as shit.
Fuck no.
Dude, Sam Darnold has been turnover prone this year. We have a really good fucking defense. Max Brosmer is our Brock Purdy. Seahawks defense a little injured right now. They let the Titans kind of put up some points.
I might hammer.
Seahawks minus 11. I like Vikings plus 11.5. I'm not gonna bet on it because I don't sports bet anymore. But if I was, I would like Vikings plus 11.5. I literally think I am positive we're gonna cover.
Bills, Steelers.
I got the Bills. They're gonna bounce back after the loss to the Texans.
Yeah, for sure. Raiders, Chargers, easy lock. The Raiders might be the worst team in the fucking league, bro.
Dude, for sure. And also, Chargers are coming off a bye. I mean, Max Crosby might kill Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna lie. But
yeah,
Geno Smith's just not going to be able to do anything on offense. Yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers.
Broncos, Commanders. I'm guessing you went the Broncos, even though you hate the Broncos.
I did go with the Broncos. I don't hate the Broncos as much anymore, but they're not going to lose to the Commanders.
Giants, Patriots. You went the Pats.
I went with the Giants. This was my one game that I told you. I said I had one game.
I went with the Giants too,
bro.
I swear, I went the Giants too.
Why do you have to do that though?
That's so
we
funny.
Only have one game different. The Ravens game.
No, we have Texans, Colts,
okay.
But we and then Cardinals, Bucks. So the other two depends on a quarterback.
Quarterbacks, yeah. I think Burrow's supposed to play, so I think we'll have that game different.
And we have no clue with Baker. Like we won't find out till tomorrow.
Yeah, even if Baker plays, bro, I could see the Cardinals winning it, but I wouldn't pick against Baker for the Cardinals. So realistically, we only have like one set in stone different game because you went. Why did you pick the Giants, bro?
So I wanted my one weird game I had was 49ers Browns. I picked Shador. Then I went to this game and I changed back to the 49ers.
So switch both of them. Pick the Patriots and then go back and pick the Browns. I'm just kidding. Obviously don't actually have to do that.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. Just to piss you. No, I'm not.
Don't do that.
I'm not picking it
because I didn't just pick this.
Is Jackson Dart back or is it Winston?
I would imagine it's gonna be.
But either or, give me either or.
Here's my reasoning.
Oh, Monday night. Oh, this is gonna be peach.
Here's my reasoning is Will Campbell went out with an injury. They lost another offensive lineman during the game. Even though the Giants defense has been struggling, they still have a lot on that defensive line. Like, no matter how bad the defense has been, they are going to get after Drake May.
Yeah, sure.
And, bro, I just like how the Giants offense has been moving. Especially if Jameis plays, bro. He's going to sling that shit, and they're going to move on offense.
Jameis in primetime, bro? Come on.
Yeah, and I just know this just feels like I feel like the Patriots are just due for one of these weird losses, bro.
They are due. Yeah,
it almost happened to the Bengals, and I feel like the Giants are even though the Giants are the only team.
The Patriots are worse than the Lions, and if the Giants can have a game like they did against the Lions, then I mean, of course, that was such a rare game, so they don't need that.
I think they're gonna take it, bro. They've had too many weird games that they played good enough and didn't win, like against the Packers and against the Lions.
That's fine. I set you up too for you to be like, oh, I'm picking the Giants.
I know, fuck you, bro. I can't believe you picked the Giants.
That's so funny, dude. That's crazy.
I should just switch to the Patriots, but I'm not gonna. I'm sticking with.
I'm gonna keep my fat 15-point lead if we keep picking the same.
Yeah, that's so annoying, man.
Well, like you can't chase. It sucks because you can't chase.
Especially if the Giants win too, it's gonna really suck. Cause
I
did say I'm done chasing. So I like my Texans pick though. I feel like that's not chasing. I like that pick.
And then Bengals Ravens a good pick too.
That's kind of like a coin toss to me, especially
for
in the game. So we just got top 10 power rankings left, and that's it.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first. I feel like I normally do. So.
All right. My 10th place. I have the Detroit Lions. I think they're just gonna climb week in week, but they've had a few losses, and just teams above them have better records. At number 9, I have the Packers. These are my frauds of the list. I'm not bought into the Packers, honestly. Every time I see Jordan Love play, I go. If I was a Packers fan, every time Jordan Love like drops back and rolls out and does some dumb shit, I'd be like, oh god, no.
Yeah, even though Christian Watson's his wide receiver 1.
Yeah, because he's just going to throw it up to Christian Watson and throw a pick. That's his problem.
Okay, now imagine he had somebody who he could actually throw it up to.
Yeah, they drafted, maybe have better scouts.
Matthew Golden's literally injured right now, so.
True.
Exactly. And Jay lost Jaden Reed.
But what did he do when he wasn't hurt?
Yeah, because Matthew Golden, let's be real.
He wasn't, I mean.
And also, Jordan Love doesn't do the scouting, by the way. I didn't even acknowledge that. Matthew Golden wasn't great. He wasn't.
But also, too, he's
a rookie, bro.
no rookie receivers besides the Mecca, like, are having, like, super dominant years.
No, I like, bro, Jordan Love's good. Anyways, go on.
Number 8, I have the 49ers. I'm really impressed with this 49ers team, but Brock Purdy kind of scared me. Brock Purdy's play kind of scared me a little bit. At number 7, I have the Eagles. I think this was a tough loss, but they're still the fucking Eagles. They're still going to come into the playoffs, and I would not be shocked if they made a Super Bowl. But at number 6, I put this team above because they had a good win versus this team just had a loss. I got the Bears. I got the Bears at number 6. Their offense, they have one of the top offenses in the league. They brought in Ben Johnson, an offensive guy, and their defense gets better. It makes you think about, like, Liam Cohen. Like, does having an offensive guy make you better at defense because you're constantly going against good offenses, so you have to match the defense? You know what I'm saying? Like, it really makes you think, like, what Ben Johnson does do to the defense, being that offensive-minded guy. At number 5, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Man.
That's a little low.
It is a little low, but all these teams above them are just insane, I feel like. The Seahawks probably beat the Colts and the Broncos, who I have above. I guess I just
Oh, that's the main reason I think it's a little low is because I didn't put the Broncos on it because of the bye week shit. That's
okay, yeah. And then so I have Colts, Broncos. Number 2, I have the Patriots. I broke my rule for the first time ever. The Patriots have more wins than the team above me. But man, after Monday night, and I don't even want to give credit to Todd Bowles being like they blew us out because I think we suck on defense. But dude, they like did not make a mistake.
Yeah, they like destroyed y'all. All right, my top 10. So I have two bye week, or I'm just gonna say one bye week team because the other team on bye that I wrote down wasn't gonna be on it anyways. But the Broncos, teams that are on bye weeks do not go on my power rankings. If you want to be in the top 10, don't have a bye week. I have a couple honorable mentions. I have 3 real ones and then one that I had to put because I want to shit on this team. I have the Chiefs and the Ravens because they're on the come up. I have the Cowboys because they had a really good win. And then I have the Jags because they might deserve a spot, but I refuse to put this team on my top 10 because fuck the Jags, bro. I hate y'all. Number 10, I have the Bills. That loss of the Texans was pretty rough. I think they're going to finish the season strong. They're going to be in the playoffs, but bro, that was a rough loss. Josh Allen got killed. Number 9, I have Chicago. I like how they're playing, but I just don't think they're better than any of the teams I have above them currently. I think they'd probably lose to all of them. Number 8, I have the Niners.
Okay.
Dude, Purdy did look rough in that first half, but I think he had a better second half, and bro, CMC's just balling out this season.
So good, dude.
George Kittle had a great game. Number 7, I have Detroit. I feel like the win was a little sketch against the Giants, and they've had a couple sketchier games this season, but I think if they could beat Green Bay in this upcoming game, they could move up. 7, I have the Packers. 6, I have Detroit. I have that backwards. Number 5, I have the Eagles. I'm getting really ready to knock this team out of the top 5 if they have another game like this. Like, even if they beat the Bears, if they score, like, 13 points or less, I'm not putting them in the top 5 ever again because that shit's getting old. Number 4, I have the Colts. They did kind of jump down a couple spots, but, bro, that loss to the Chiefs was just unexcusable. You had a big lead. I think y'all made some really bad mistakes. I'm not going to get over the fact that you chose to receive the ball in overtime whenever you went 3 and out 3 straight times to finish the fourth quarter, and then you punted the ball in overtime and lost the game because you're a fucking idiot. Number 3, I have Seattle. I feel like their win against the Titans was a little weird, but at the end of the day, they won the game, and Sam Darnold didn't turn the ball over, and their defense will start to get healthier. Number 2, I have the Patriots. I'm a little worried with the Will Campbell injury. It should be minor, but it's going to be a couple games without him. That's, hence why I picked the Giants. And number 1, I have the Rams. I think it's not even close. I think they are the best team in the league by, I think they're on their own tier right now. I think they have the best offense in the NFL without a doubt with the passing weapons they have and Matt Stafford and Sean McVay. And then I think they have one of the best defensive lines in the league other than maybe the Texans. This defense is damn good. This offense is damn good. Bro. This is like they are in a tier of their own this year for me, honestly. So,
if you give the Rams a first round bye, Stafford's going to get it right.
And let's not forget they have 2 first-round picks going into next year because of the Falcons. And they have the Falcons pick.
insane, dude.
I've seen some shit saying, what if the Rams trade Stafford and 2 firsts to the Bengals for Joe Burrow?
Just do it again.
Just run it back. Get Stafford 1 year with some fun weapons, see what he can do with the Bengals, and then bring in Joe Burrow for your like long-term franchise guy.
Yeah, and then in 5 years you trade like
Then you trade Joe Burrow for
like,
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, Caleb Williams. It's not a bad strategy.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, bro, whenever they went all in for that first Super Bowl with Kupp and Odell and Von Miller, like it was kind of like, okay, they're gonna win a Super Bowl and then they're gonna suck.
They had one bad year, and it's because Stafford was hurt.
Exactly. Like that's just so stupid, bro. They're so good. I love McVay, bro.
But what's crazy is that one bad year was Baker's resurgence. So if they don't have that one bad year,
we don't have Baker.
We don't have Baker.
Yeah, Baker was almost out of the league, bro. He was taking practice squad snaps as a defensive
Where would I
lineman.
be? Where would I be? Will we even have the show?
Probably not.
I want to be as passionate. What would be my team?
I don't know. I've been trying to think of what my team's gonna be this year because watching
The
football,
Bucks.
watching football.
Just be a Rams fan. That'd be so fun.
No, because I actually thought of my team in the car on the way over here. I'll disclose in a second. But watching football when your team is like not on a playoff push, like not good, there's really nothing to hope for, isn't even fun. Because like I'm not gonna root for my team to lose for draft picks because that's lame.
Yeah.
But it's also like
it's like being a Cowboys
it's
fan.
hard to even care to root for my team because we're just gonna fucking lose and it's depressing. So my team for this year, I don't want to pick a team in the top 10 because that's lame. I'm picking the Texans, bro. I want to see the Texans come
And you're
back.
from Texas.
I want to see the Texans come back and win this division. You know, the division's been theirs the last couple years because every team sucked. Every team's kind of stepping it up, but I fucking hate the Jaguars with a passion. And I really do like the Colts, but I just think they remind me a lot of my team from last year.
A little fraudy.
A little fraudulent, like not bad fraudulent, but they're not as good as I thought they were
Their record,
maybe a couple
might
weeks
say.
ago. Yeah. So I want to see the Texans win this division, and I want to see that defense like go against Josh Allen in the playoffs or something and beat him. Like that would be so sick.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, that's my team.
I think
for
that's
this
a
year.
good closing
I'm
bar.
going for the Texans.
Maddox is a Texans fan now.
I'm a Texans fan for this year. I'm a Vikings fan still.
What are you
AFC
gonna
team
do
is the
if like
Texans.
next interview CJ Stroud's like, yeah, I have a say I call him 7.
Oh my god,
What would you do? Like it's like you're the bad luck.
I'm done with the 9 shit, bro. That's
I know he had to have known like.
well,
that
bro.
it'd be
He's so
memes.
young. Like I feel like he just
Did he
doesn't
think it was
realize-
tough? Like, did he think
I
that
don't
was
even
tough?
think he kind of got set up because they were like, is there like a flip that switches whenever? But he didn't have to say I call him 9 and start referring to it as like a separate person.
Exactly. That's just a dumb
But I'm
thing
saying
to
he's
say.
just young and like I think he just didn't realize how corny it was. Because also if he was balling out this season so far, people would think it was tough.
Yeah, people would be fucking call him 9.
Like if we had won every game from then and he like unlocked 9 every game, like people would be like,
It'd be a
9's
thing.
balling, but he sucks. So
So he kind of set himself up to where like if you do good, it's a good.
Yeah.
It's like Justin Jefferson with the gritty. Like people would mock the gritty if you just started sucking.
yeah, probably.
Not now, but I'm saying like early
Yeah,
on.
for sure.
But happy Thanksgiving, ladies and
Happy
gentlemen.
Thanksgiving. Eat some turkey, drink some beer, watch some football, throw the pigskin around.
You see,
All right, we're cutting into the end of the episode. We got a couple special guests here. We got Zachariah. He's been here last season. Anybody new to the show? Zach, introduce yourself.
I'm Zachariah. I like football, and I'm a Dolphins fan.
Shout out.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And then this is Jacob. He was also on the show last year, but for the new viewers, go ahead and introduce yourself, Jacob.
My name is Jacob, and I'm slightly worse than Zach. I am a Browns fan. Yeah, but hey,
We can dive into the lore of both of y'all's, why y'all are the fans of y'all's teams here in a second. But what did you want to start with, Lyndon? You want to go over the games a little bit today?
Yeah, we can go over the games real quick.
Do you want to tell your depressing story about the Lions game?
Yeah, I bet a lot of money on the Lions. They lost. In
Yeah.
the story.
So I went 0 for 3 on the Thanksgiving games, actually. Lyndon went 1 for 2. So Green Bay won. I didn't see much of the ending of that game, but it felt like Green Bay was kind of had it the whole time, honestly.
0 for 7 on their last 4th downs. Just fucking learn to take your goddamn fucking
Yeah.
field
And
goal,
then
dude.
second
I
game-
don't give a fuck. It brought you to one NFC championship. It's not working anymore. Take a fucking goddamn field goal.
And it
A
lost,
field
it
goal-
lost them that NFC championship as well. Let's not forget
Exactly.
that.
it's a Matt
And then,
LaFleur problem.
honestly, the shocker of the day for me was Dallas beating Kansas City. I thought with the Chiefs being on the playoff run they're on, I thought Dallas had no shot. But, dude, Jerry might have just cooked.
He does.
He might have cooked.
George Pickens might also be the wide receiver 1 in Dallas too.
So here's the thing about
Who do you like better, Darnell Mooney or George Pickens?
The thing is, George Pickens is so evolved, and he got it like that. Like,
dude, the
I
Steelers
think
could really use a guy like George Pickens.
Darnell Mooney though has
No,
the
they can't.
talent to be better than George Pickens. I feel like
Do your
George
homework.
Pickens is like the archetype that Darnell Mooney just needs to follow and pursue.
So the thing about George Pickens is he's actually going to be a free agent after this season. So Dallas doesn't have the money right now with everybody they're paying Dak, CD. They're not going to pay another receiver.
Prediction that we said last week.
So we talked about him going to New England, but also I see
I said New England.
I see a world out there where he gets franchise tagged as well.
Yeah.
He hasn't got a big money contract, and getting franchise tag before your first
fucking
contract is not.
fire.
You get hella money from a franchise tag.
He'll get like 40 mil.
Especially if they finish the season playing how they've been these last few weeks, I don't see how you don't keep George Pickens for one more year. So he'll probably get tagged at this point. In the last game that we just wrapped up, Joe Burrow's return against the Ravens, which is how Lennon got another game on me already this week. That's just fantastic.
You don't know ball.
You bet on the Bengals?
Yep.
That's awesome.
So in our game picks, he picked the Bengals. I picked the Ravens.
And I
Nuts.
bet Bengals plus 7.5. So
Nice.
Shout out.
I-
That's a good line though. With Burrow back.
that's a great line.
It's a great line.
But speaking of the AFC North, we can go ahead and get a Jacob Shador Sanders season.
Hey, Shador, it's perfect timing. I feel like, okay, so if you go in, I don't care that Shador played the Raiders. The Raiders are still an NFL team. And if you go back and you compare Shador to Jackson Dart,
Okay.
they have put up comparable stats. Yes, Jackson Dart put up almost 300 against the Broncos, but
Bro, Shador's had one start.
Yeah, he's had one start.
okay, but if you take Shador's start, one
Versus
start,
Jackson Dart's average.
yes,
Okay.
it's comparable.
Okay.
Your homework.
Fair.
I think Shador didn't play fantastic, but I think he's played better than any quarterback we've seen from them all season. And first rookie quarterback for the Browns win in 30 years like that. That's
And
awesome.
clearly he's a locker room guy, right?
Oh yeah,
Unless you're Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty clear that Kevin Stefanski's guy is Dylan Gabriel and the GM's guy is Shador. Like I feel like Stefanski didn't really want him there, but the GM was like, "Hey, Shador's available in the fifth."
What's
round,
y'all's
so I
GM's
fucking
name,
take him."
Jacob?
Andrew Barry.
Do you like him?
I trust in Andrew Barry. Yes.
Hey, he got
Would you
Myles
fire?
Garrett to stay
All
there.
right, Andrew Barry or Stephen Stefanski? Would you choose?
I don't know, dude. Kevin Stefanski is the best head coach of the Browns since the.
Well, you know Bill Belichick coach for the Browns.
Well, no, I'm saying like since the Browns came back into the league, Kevin Stefanski is the best coach of the
I'm getting
Browns.
sick of Kevin Stefanski. I'm not gonna lie.
I would.
He's definitely getting fired after this year.
No, I don't think so. I don't think
he won't
Kevin.
get fired.
I think he will.
I think the two coach of the years. I think the two coaches.
Brian,
And
Brian
Myles Garrett's
Dable had a coach of the year
Miles Garrett's gonna break the sack record.
for whenever he
too.
took the Giants to the playoffs. Brian Dable won coach of the year. Look where he's at right now. He's in Bora
But
Bora.
He only won one.
That is a good point.
And Miles Garrett's gonna break the sack record. this year, too.
Exactly. I feel.
Is he actually?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, he already is
Okay.
18.
My only I wish the Browns were doing better. I wish we were like 6 and
7.
yeah, something like that, or like I wish we had a better record. Yes, and I feel bad for Myles Garrett because I feel like this is gonna be one of the only 3 years where Myles Garrett puts up 20.
Hey,
plus.
I don't feel bad for him because he wanted to leave originally, and they were like, "Hey, here's $40 million." He was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll stay." So I don't feel that bad for him.
But
I would
mean,
literally kill somebody to switch lives with that guy. I don't feel bad for him at all. Actually, at all.
Dang it!
He chose to
Dang
stay
it! I
there.
have to get 4 sacks a game and only get paid $40 million to lose.
Bro, he was gonna leave.
whack.
If he wanted to leave, he would have left. He was gonna leave, and then he got thrown a bag at him. which, by
Imagine-
the way, he would have gotten paid somewhere else
Imagine the
regardless.
universe. Imagine the universe, bro, where the Rams trade the first 2 picks they have now for Miles Garrett.
Kinda
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think
That's
after they
the-
signed him, he's not gonna get traded.
that's the
well, I'm saying
juxtaposition.
just imagine that universe.
That'd be
That's the
kinda hot.
juxtaposition with Myles Garrett. In the NFL, you can only trade 3 first-round picks.
Is Miles Garrett the greatest defensive player of all time?
Yes, 100%.
Dude, he's.
I mean, he's
so
top.
good.
He's top 10 probably.
He's so good.
He's top
bro.
10
I
already.
think
He's the
better
best
than
pass
Lawrence
rusher.
Taylor.
He's in his own tier of pass rushers currently in the league. I would say.
He's so good.
Who's next up? Because I wouldn't even really give it to
I
T.J.
think-
Watt anymore. Maybe.
Nah, it's still
Probably
TJ
like
Watt.
Jalen Ramsey.
It's still TJ Watt.
he's the best pass rusher.
Yeah, bro.
He does get sacked.
Do your own work.
He's got
Bradley
like
Chubb.
Andrew Van
Somebody
Ginkel.
clip that.
No, Jalen Ramsey probably got.
Hey, Yaya Diaby.
Yeah, Diaby
What
on the
about
complete
Khalil
opposite end.
Mack?
Dude, he's still pretty good, honestly.
Is Khalil Mack a Hall of Famer?
Yes,
I feel like he's a Hall of Famer. But he had 6 sacks in a game. Let's never forget
I
that.
thought they
That
were
was kinda hot.
stingy about the Hall of Fame stuff.
They are, but as defensive players, it doesn't really matter about the winning accolades. Because honestly, when it comes to the Hall of Fame, I feel like the only time winning accolades come into play is when you're a quarterback.
When you're a
No.
Yeah.
When you're a quarterback.
All right, so Jacob. So let's say Shador Sanders wins 35% of the next game. So let's just say he wins however many amount, like 2 or 3 more, but he doesn't win that many, but he plays solid. Would you want the Browns to take a good pick with a quarterback, or would you want them to rock with Shador? Shador looks solid. He's a locker room guy, but y'all don't get that many wins. Like, let's say that universe.
Well, I would see a universe where we stick with Shador because we have Jerry Jeudy playing out of position. Jerry Jeudy is not a wide receiver one.
Do your homework.
And we have one of the worst O-lines in the league. And Quinshon Judkins is looking like baby Nick Chubb still somehow.
Yeah, he is.
I really think – so y'all have 2 first-round picks going into next year's draft as well. I feel like it'd be a waste to spend those on a quarterback if Shador continues to play how he's been playing against Las Vegas. Because, like I said, I don't think he played great, but he showed a lot of flashes and played really good with a lot of weapons that really don't do shit.
Yeah.
So I think if he continues to play the way he did, it'd be a waste of one of those picks to use it on a quarterback when you could use those picks to build an offense around him and actually see what he could do with a head coach who doesn't fucking hate him clearly and some weapons to actually throw the ball to.
I agree with you on that. On the draft pick part. I don't think this quarterback class 2026 is not going to be a good quarterback class.
And if Shador sucks next year anyways, you'll have a high draft pick and get another opportunity to go draft a quarterback.
I think it's kind of lame, too, that they, hate on him because he's popular. You know,
yeah.
Especially, everyone that's, in the...
I feel like his dad kind of tanked his draft stock a little bit. Yeah, I mean, not all the way down to the 5th round, but he definitely played a part.
Did y'all, hear
he's still an athlete.
Did y'all hear the rumors of, he didn't interview with any team outside
the top 10 or anything?
No, outside of the top 3.
Yeah, so that's what Deion did when Deion went to the draft. Because Deion Sanders obviously was actually going to get drafted that high. So he was like, what pick do you have, 25? Why would I meet with you?
Yeah.
But so also on draft night, Shador had an opportunity to talk to Philly and to Baltimore, and he turned both of them down because he wanted an opportunity to go play. Do you think he made the right decision? Do you think...
Bro, imagine the universe for, Cooper Rush sucks.
Yeah, they threw Tyler Huntley out there. I mean, we probably would have seen Shador playing in a Ravens offense at some point.
We would have seen Shador.
He doesn't fit the Ravens offense, though.
But neither does Cooper Rush, so I mean...
and Cooper Rush played like shit. So
True.
And Tyler Huntley came in, and Tyler Huntley is worse than Cooper Rush. I feel like that's kind of an objective statement, but it's just not a system fit. So Cooper Rush didn't play great, and Tyler Huntley did a lot better. Same with Philly, bro. I feel like Philly, they have a lot of games. I mean, last season, we saw Kenny Pickett. We saw... What's the weird guy, the third stringer that's their backup now?
Number
Tanner
16.
McKee.
Tanner McKee.
We saw him a couple times.
Who does he play for? I'm sorry.
Who, Tanner McKee? Yeah. The Eagles. So I feel like he probably messed up not taking the opportunity to go learn in a good offense and get an opportunity to put on some film. But he's already gotten a start with the Browns. He's earned himself another start. So at the end of the day, he wanted to go play where he could be a starter, and he's kind of earned himself a starting role.
So I guess we kind of finished this off for Jacob's part. So Jacob, 49ers versus Browns prediction, and if you had to bet, what would you bet?
I can pull up the spread for you while you go, so I can bring that up too.
I feel like it's gonna be tough for Shador. It's gonna be tough because the 49ers have pass rushers. They have
not really anymore, honestly. Michael Williams and Bosa are both out for the season.
Oh, they are.
But they still got. I mean, it's a Robert Saleh defense, you know.
Yeah, it's still gonna be solid.
They don't have Fred Warner either, right?
Yeah.
The spread's only.
And I feel like if we're going to win that game, the defense has – I feel like Brock Purdy's already peaked. Brock Purdy's not going to be better than he's already been.
1.5.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think he's pretty good,
Brock Purdy threw 3 picks in the first half against the Panthers. Let's not forget that.
I feel –
Yeah, he can't do that against the Browns.
If he does that
I guess
against
he
the
could.
Browns, we're gonna convert that into points.
I think it's going to be a pretty low-scoring game.
Yeah.
Because I think the defenses will be balling out. But one thing I will say is even though the Niners kind of showed out against Bryce Young's just shit anyways, the Niners secondary is pretty bad right now with how hurt their defense is. Saleh's coaching up that defense like a god right now with how many injuries they've dealt with. But I think with the way Shador was able to get the ball to his very few weapons against the Raiders, if they can win a couple matchups against the secondary, I think the offense can move the ball. Yeah, go ahead.
Taking off.
So what did you say about the game? Who do you think's gonna win? I couldn't find the real spread because I found 4 of them, so they were all different.
Well, if it was 1.5, what would you do?
If it was 1.5,
bro, if it was 1.5, I would put my mortgage on Niners minus 1.5.
Yes.
Perfect.
I saw another one that was 4.5.
All right, so Zach, we can go to get into your Dolphins team. What do you think about Dolphins? They're such in a weird predicament right now. What's just kind of your overall thoughts?
Man, Devon Achane has really just like made my life better. I don't know. Every time I'm watching the game and I see that he's just so cute. Anytime I see him, like, just sprinting around.